Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. It is, Tuesday the 10th of December 2024. We're going to do another reading today. This is going to be of Resident Evil Revelations 2, my favourite of the two Revelations games, featuring Claire Redfield, Barry Burton, Moira Burton, who's a newcomer, basically in this game and nothing else, and Natalia, which hopefully will make a comeback in Resident Evil 9, but we will have to see. So it's only 4 episodes long, and it's basically each episode has you get to play as Claire in the first portion and Barry in the second, so there's a lot of replayability, even though it's more or less, it's basically a standalone game. There is multiplayer in it. We have a co-op partner, but yeah, it's straightforward. This one is it's set on a Russian island where Claire gets kidnapped and sent to. So we're gonna read it. So episode 1 files: rules for monitoring test subjects. Those participating in the experiments must observe the following rules. The subject must be monitored 24 hours a day. Monitor the sensor for any changes. Log its status every 10 minutes. That's a lot of logging. Dispose of any subjects showing signs of abnormality immediately. That was in episode 1, detention centre, on the table near where you start, entering through the glass window. Improving security measures. As per the director's instructions, I put the fire-breathing bust in front of the exit. The flames this thing spits out are no joke. Even if several of the experiments try to break through at once, they're all getting fired, no question. Thou shall not pass. so much for anyone else trying to escape. And that is in episode 1, detention centre, on a table opposite the gate that requires you to get the gear to open. Expert from Cafias in the penal colony. The traveller asked he doesn't know his own sentence. The officer replied it would be useless to give him that information. He experienced it on his own body. And that was on the small wicker chair in the torture room. Prisoner's letter, written in Russian. Dear Mama, I don't know if you'll ever get to read this, but I need you. They're calling us experiments. They torture us every day. What did I do to deserve this? Why is this happening? It hurts so bad. Every day I'm scared of what will happen next. Mama, please help. On the table in the eastern cell of the corridor on the second floor. Caution for experiment handling. The sensors of the experiments have been equipped with will measure the adrenaline and norepinephrine levels to calculate the fear of the subject is experiencing. The colours will change accordingly. Green is normal, orange is anxiety, blinking red is fear, and solid red is mutation. If the subject sensor should change to red, they are already in the mutation phase. Shoot them immediately. As things like all of the subjects have collars on, so they basically got to stay calm no matter what. It's basically a fear test. And that was on the second floor, on the table in the opposite room of the western staircase. Expert from Café the trial. The man expressed his wish to pass through the gates. The gatekeeper answered, if you truly wish to pass through, then break the rules and go. But be forewarned. I am but a lonely gatekeeper. Those beyond the gates will cause you to tremble in fear. And that is on the metal shelves between the top of the 2 staircases. Escape report. Shot and killed subject J038 as he planned to escape. His body was properly disposed of. Usage of cell 1 at the 2nd floor entrance is prohibited until the wall can be repaired. There is no locations. Oh, so this is Barry's one. So yeah, you have to, like, this is all Barry's files, the next bits. And that's in the detention centre inside the control room. I don't think you can get in there with Claire. I think only Barry can get into there. Prisoner's journal. Actually, right, escape report. No, okay, we already done that. Prisoner's journal. Written in Russian, August 7th. Many days has it been? How many days has it been since I've been locked up here? They torture us daily. Experiments, they call us. To what end? I hope they didn't get anyone else. August 8th. My poor brother is trapped in this hell with me. Today they burned off his left arm with some fire-breathing contraption. That's a statue bust. And then they used a blade to chop off one of his legs, or his left leg. They said they're going to do the same to his remaining limbs tomorrow. He begged me to put him out of his pain. I can't get those words out of my head. I'm pretty shaken up. Doesn't help that the damned guard said that if he dies, I take his place. Is there no end to our suffering? August 9th. Looks like the day I've been dreaded has arrived. I can no longer hear my brother, but the guard's footsteps. He's coming this way. I should have prayed for death when I had the chance. This game is like really brutal because like the way it treats its prisoners. I mean, I know like obviously Umbrella and viruses, but yeah, this game is quite rough in some parts. Episode 1, detention centre on the floor in the 4th cell. So that's in one of the cells. Escapee's note, written in Russian. I can't believe it. I got out alive. I won't say in one piece, but alive. I still can't even process what went on here. All the effort of trying to scare us, toy with us, it was a madness. I met up with some guys in the forest, but they didn't believe me. Can't say I blame them. I wouldn't have believed me either. After all, who would dare go up against the one who saved us all? I can't do this alone. I went to the communications tower to try and call for help, but I couldn't get a signal through. We're all alone out here. But what if we don't get a word outside? Are we all done for? Saviour? Hell no, she's more like the devil herself. Now that's alluding to like the main puppeteer in all of this. And that's in the forest on the table inside the wooden house. So that's all of the chapter 1 files. I'm gonna sneeze, so 1 second. Okay, false alarm. Let's see. So episode 2 files. Let's see, it's recording. Yes, good. Pedro's notes on the bracelet. The bracelet. What I've learnt so far. There is a GPS tracker inside, probably for keeping tabs of where we are. It's a two-way transmitter. We can hear her and she can hear us. The source of the transmissions is coming from the centre of the island, someplace high up. It's got to be that funky looking tower. I've no doubt that she's up there too. It also seems to be tracking our vital signs. For what purpose? It's essentially an Apple Watch she got on there. Or like a Samsung watch. That's basically it. Because that's got a GPS tracker. That's got a microphone in it. Well, the high end ones do. And that checks your vital signs as well. See, it's an Apple Watch in other words. She wasn't kidding when she said that she infected us with a virus. Holy balls. What are we supposed to do? Gotta do... Oh, so you gotta do it with Barry first. Okay. Fishing village. On the bar... inside the Wasek bar. Traveller's Diary. Oh, by the way, the actual year this was set was in 2015. So this is October 8th, 2008. So I found this little island. This little island in a dusty old book is not listed on any maps or anything. So I thought, cool, a chance for an adventure to an uncharted island. I'm so there. Chartering a helicopter to get there wasn't cheap. As soon as we touched down, the local seized the chopper and took me into custody. So not cool. And now I'm locked up in a dirty old room. These dudes are whacked. Can't explain how, but you know how you look at something and something's not right. Yeah, major bad vibes here. October 12th. These dudes has been debating what to do with me. How about letting me go? I've been telling them over and over I just come for the adventure. They're not listening. This is so not cool. Is this guy like a stoner or something? October 19th. So apparently these dudes can't wrap their heads around the idea of I'm an outsider. How an outsider could find this place. Like, hello, it's the technology age. What can't a person find if they look hard enough? But you know, I'm starting to feel that coming here wasn't such a good idea. Yeah, no shit. December 10th. 3 goddamn months and I'm still here. This is bullshit. Something bad is happening. I haven't seen anyone, and I can't see it, but I can hear an animal like growling. What the fuck? They haven't forgotten about me in here, right? December 19th. No food, no water, and some rainwater. It helps. No energy to even catch a rat. I'm not gonna last. December 26th. Water, water, water. God, please, water. Fucking hell. So this has been happening for years. Them kidnapping people and sending them to this island. In the fishing village, on the shelf of the house where you find it, Pedro standing outside. You need his help to unlock the entrance. Mock experiment results. 8th of November 2009. The latest mock moved us even closer to the real test. This time 11 candidates were fitted with sensor bracelets and then subjected to extreme emotional stress for varying lengths of time. Results: 3 died immediately, the remaining 8 eventually mutated at some point and were disposed of. The trial ended with none of the subject overcoming their fear. So this is the whole point of the test. You basically got to endure it. You basically got to overcome your fear to be like the ultimate subject for them, and you're basically their slave from then on. And that was on episode 2 in a town inside the building that has the electronic gate. Town residents note. Written in Russian. Your father hasn't come home since since going to the monument. I tried to wait, but I cannot do it any longer. I've gone out to look for him. I was feeling pretty anxious, but everyone there was so nice to me. They told me something nasty was going around, so they gave me a preventative shot. And this bracelet, they said it would help protect me. Yeah, you fucked up. Yeah, they screwed you over. The place is so large and wondrous. I have never seen anything like it. Of course, this is probably no big deal for her. She saved our island, and I'm starting to feel that she can do anything. They're talking about Alex Veska, because she's like the main one behind it. I mean, come on, this game is almost 10 years old, so I'm pretty sure everyone knows what's up. I regret ever having doubted her. I suppose it's nothing, but I've been feeling a little dizzy. Maybe I'm just stressed. Oh, and I finally found your father. Well, part of him anyway. I always knew he had a good head on his shoulders. Now that's all left of him. Oh my god. I can't possibly bring him back like this. This bracelet has been making strange sounds. It's a little annoying. But don't you worry, I'm going to find the rest of your father and we're coming home. You must be so hungry, Jesus Christ. She's nuts. And that's a Barry file, so that's in the town on the second floor of the apartment block that has the elevator. God fucking damn. Gabe's note. To any friendlies who sees this, we have been abducted against our will and forcibly taken to this island. Our names are Neil Fisher, Pedro Fernandez, Edward Thompson and Gabriel Chavez. I don't have the coordinates of our location and I don't know if anyone else is here with us. There is something out there. I can't make out if it's human or animal, but I can hear feral, ferocious growling. At least multiple potential hostiles. We've been outfitted with these unusual devices on our wrists. We got transmission from an unknown female telling us to go to Lavosek. Not sure on the spelling. If you are a friendly who is reading this, meet us at this Vosek. Be safe, be alert. Chavez. And that was in the forest ruins inside the first ruined building you come across at the start of the chapter. Female villager's diary written in Russian. My dearly beloved, it has been a year since you left to go work in the mines. I thank you for your service, and of course I am thankful for the one who gave us this opportunity, the one who saved us from despair. You were supposed to be gone for only a year. It was the term, yet you have not returned. Why? But not just you, friends, other villagers, they disappear and never return. I've heard rumours of poisonous gases and beasts, and beasts and unspeakable horrors. And I don't know what to and I don't want to say what else. I hope you return home as soon as possible. I'm waiting for you. And that was in the fishing village on the table in the blue building near the shore. Natalia needs to crawl through a hole in order to get this. Town's residents memo. Been in Russian. Things has completely changed since she came here. Our Zebrates is almost like completely a different island now. That's the name of the island. In other words, there is new equipment in the mines, and the jobs not just labourers, but she's employing people as researchers as well. There are so many employment opportunities. I cannot express my gratitude for her deeply enough. Despite this, there are those who doubt her, such ingrates. If you don't like her, you're always free to leave this place. I highly doubt they're able to leave. On the first floor of the apartment block that has the elevator. It's in the room to the rest of the corridor. This has already been read, yeah. Clinical experiment notes. 24th of January 2010. Trials for the T Phobos virus are almost complete. That's the name of the virus, the fear virus, in other words. We managed to reduce the lethality of the T virus while creating the condition that triggers upon the target becoming subjected to strong emotional trauma. We have also lowered the rate of viral resistance to below 2%. All its processing are as planned. However, the time draws near. We are close to perfection, but there was zero margin for error. And that's on the monument on the ground floor of the tower, on the crate between the two sets of stairs leading up. So that's a bit of lore about what virus we're dealing with in this game. Parting words by my dear father. You poor decrepit old man. You wanted to create a new world and rule over a world as a god, but for all your ambitions, you couldn't overcome man's most formidable enemies, age and diseases. You had everything, but your crumbling body betrays you, and then your own son snuffed out whatever pitiful entrails of life you had left, leaving you to become nothing more but a footnote in the annals of history, you failed old man. But fear not, your dream will live on. I will take the wealth of knowledge, power, and test subjects you have given me, and succeed where you have failed. I will create a new world, and rule over as a god. Your legacy will have been long forgotten, but mine has only just begun. May your soul, if you ever had one, rot in torment for all eternity, and let hell be filled with the sound of your teeth gnashing incessantly. Is dear father, is she? I'm guessing this is Alex Resker because I don't remember all the files from playing it. But is she talking about Spencer? Might be, I don't know. Halfway up the left-hand set of stairs. Now we're on to episode 3. Episode 3 is a more of a longer episode. Hawk Room Graffiti. You should just accept your death quietly, like a grown-up, these are Claire's files. Food processing plant written on the wall of the Hawk Room on the second floor of the processing plant. Factory Chief's Journal 1. Written in Russian. I did everything I could, but it looks like I'm going to disappoint my parents after all. I couldn't save the family factory. There are no orders coming in. Nothing I can do about that. It's got to be her fault, no doubt about it. She's been persistent in her efforts to drive us out of here. It looks like she's going to get her way. She knows that there is no way for us to fight back. Just who does she think she is anyway, acting like some kind of powerful dictator? But the way things are, it would be impossible to openly oppose her while living here on the island. I don't think I have a choice. I don't really have a choice. I have to do what she wants. At least she promises I can stay on as the chief. Or as chef. Or chief, I think. And that was in the plant on the small desk next in the chemical storage room. And it becomes available once you have the key for it. Lightroom Graffiti. Lost in the dark, shed some light on your situation. And that was written on the wall in the light room of the first floor of the processing plant. You need the processing plant key to access this room. It's basically like little puzzles you have to do, and you read the graffiti and it will give you a clue what to do. Factory Chief's Journal 2. The factory is ruined, and it's all thanks to her. What the hell is the meaning of those traps that she set? She says security. I never seen security like that. What the hell is secure about any of this? She's got some twisted ideas in her head. It must be her parents' fault. Who knows what kind of horrible abuse they have subjected her to. I've got to watch my temper. I went too far and started yelling at her. She showed me though. She re-engaged on her promise, and now she's running the show. I don't want to piss her off anymore, so I'll keep my mouth shut. I know my place, and that place is staying alive. After all, it's all I have left in life. And that was in the slaughterhouse on the table in the northwest corner of the large room. The 4 gates. To move forward with no knowledge is to risk your life. Choose with the proper knowledge. However, the answer may not lie before you. And that's in the processing plant, on the table at the end of the walkway in the main factory area. That's on fire. Eulogy for my brethren. We followed Master Alex to this island of that, which has a code name number 46. Our efforts has brought prosperity to the island, but more than that, we have come to help the Master achieve her goals of rebirth. We have performed splendidly You have performed splendidly in your tasks, even in your final task to provide the Master with valuable data at the cost of your own lives. We are bonded in our servitude to the Master. I consider you my colleagues and my friends. I will help the Master finish the work which you have all started. I promise that your sacrifices will not be in vain. May you rest in peace. And that was in the monument tombstone area. Examine a large tombstone in the middle of the room to read the message. God damn. Release our sworn comrades. If you wish to know the truth, swear your allegiance in order. You can only cast away your shackles of sin. To the first you are foolish, so you have no grave. To the second you bear your visage upon your back. To the third you shall neighbour the fourth by three, but one row behind. To the fourth you will lose your head. And that is in the tombstone area next to the gates of the tomb that has an open coffin. Now that one is optional. Yes, it is a note, but the tombstone puzzle, you don't need to do it. If you do complete it, it will unlock a gate which allow you to get a new weapon and some ammo, I believe, but it's completely optional. But if you do it, then yeah, it'll be quite handy. Was that one, wasn't it? Okay. Instructions for Stuart. The samples has arrived from Africa. The infection rate is extraordinarily high. It has a lot of potential. I should have expected nothing lies from a fellow Wesker. Go get this research chief and have the staff working on it immediately. It is only a matter of time before T-Phobos is completed. I have everything I need for the final stage of my plan. And that was in the cargo area on the coffee table next to the plush office located on the top of the stairs. So again, like reference back to Africa for the progenitor virus. Stuart's validation. Or vacation, validation, I don't know. Master Alex. It has truly been an honour and a blessing to have served under you these past few decades. I consider myself lucky to have been witness to your scientific genius and your vision of the future. The world does need order, and I believe it is you, and only you, who is capable of accomplishing of this feat. I, as well as other researchers, are all bonded together in this belief. To ensure your survival, we have worked tirelessly to complete the transfer procedure. The vessel we selected is without fault, and I have every confidence that the procedure will go flawlessly. To come this far, we have made countless sacrifices. My faith in your vision is resolute. So I prepare myself to shoulder this mental and emotional burdens of the sin that I would be committing. But I do believe that before your plan can succeed, we first must atone for our sins. So I have taken the necessary steps for atonement. The remaining researchers have all been dealt with. He's fucking killed them all. And I shall too soon follow. He's going to kill himself, in other words. This will help you perform the procedure without any distractions. On behalf of those who have served faithfully by your side, we are grateful for this opportunity to help you accomplish your ambitions. Eternally your loyal servant, Stuart. It's fucking Stuart. You nutter, you're working for the wrong person there. And that was in the cargo area on the bookshelves located in the plush office. Yeah. A letter to my compatriots, my fellow visionaries. The time has finally come. Everything has gone as I said it would. All that remains is for her to hold up her end of the bargain. Then I can finish what we started 7 years ago. 7 years ago, that was Resident Evil 5, I believe. Can't remember. There is one little sample, is all I need to change the world. But the world is already changing, and not in a good way. The latest incident in Africa is just proof. It's kind of madness that keeps repeating itself until there's nothing left but tragedy and despair. The world needs someone to take charge and lead us through these dark times. Lansdale was right, of course. What he tried to do in Terra Grigia, people call him a villain, but he is a hero. He was trying to save us all. I understood that as do you. I will do whatever it takes to realise his vision. He was the only one to see sacrifices that were needed to take something and that something good can be built on them, even if that means dealing with the devil herself to do it. Yeah, it's talking about like Revelations and Resident Evil 5 and that. And that was in the cargo area on the desk in the control room on the upper level. That was that one there. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Neil's candidate list. This is the book that he basically had at the very beginning of the game. Stuart, I put together a list of the TerraSave members. That's the name of the company that Claire works for, or charity organisation really, because it helps people. I put together a list of all the TerraSave members who are most suited for this round of trials. They all had experience in dealing with bioterror and viruses. Their psych avails came out in flying colours. They faced some unspeakable horrors and came out in one piece, indicating a strong resistance to emotional trauma. Number 6 hasn't been directly involved in any bioterror incidents, but her test results were promising, so I included her as well. That would be Moira Burton, number 6. All things considered, I think this is a pretty strong list of candidates. I'm sure you'd all agree. It's all in your hands now. I'd be out there as backup in case you need anything. So, yeah. He's even put himself on the list. So, Neil Fisher, Claire Redfield, number 2. Gabriel Chavez, Gina Foley, 5 crossed out. Who was number 5? Moira Burton, which is Barry Burton's daughter. Pedro Fernandez, 8, who is crossed out. Who is 8? Natalia Corda, yep, she's the little girl with Barry. 10 has been crossed out. And Edward Thompson. And that is in the cargo area on the desk of the control room on the upper level. Old Man's Journal. Oh, holy shit, this is big. Okay, 19th of July 1988. God, this one goes back. I need to practice my English so I can write this journal every day. Every day I write, but no words. I now have a good reason. Today I welcome first child to the world. My mother gave birth to her. Her mother gave her her name Irina. It was my grandmother's name. I object, but I cannot win against that stubborn woman. She has eyes and nose of her father, but a mouth of her mother. Typical woman. We'll raise her to be a healthy, strong girl. This year has been in good spirits again. Mining business goes well. My life is pretty good for now. I want to give Irina some feeling of when she is older. It's my responsibility now as a parent. So 19th. Holy shit, he's writing this on the same day and same month every few years. So the same time, 1994. Irina is 6 years old already. How time flies. She loves to imitate her mother. Her mother hates it, probably because imitation is too perfect. Like Koisha is little Koisha is very smart. She likes math. Her grandmother liked math too. Her smile helps keep my mind off worries. The mines has become more dangerous, and now they make no money. Ireland's condition is worse and worse. I might lose my lose job too, but it's no time for a worry. This island is our home. I want to give little Koshka in good to give it to little Koshka in good condition. It's my responsibility now as a parent. 2000, same date. Irina is 12 years old, already rebellious, more like her mother every day. I don't understand women. How am I an embarrassment to her until she needs money or a request? Speaking of women and money, a woman came to our island. She promises to bring stock back industry. I have a job now to help build new facilities in the mine. I thought mine was finished, but she has a use for it. She's loved by all. They call her saviour, our benefactor. My mother always said, never trust people with money. These poor workers are more reliable than the rich capitalist. It's good advice, but rich women is helping us. Yeah. So last night in 2000, Alex Reska boarded the island. 2008, it's Irina's 20th birthday. I should be celebrating, but I'm worried. Next week, she will work in the mines. I was against it, but Koshka will not listen to me. Has not listened in years. Why start now? Irina is stubborn, just like her father. She always used to say, I guess she was right. It has already been a year since you left us, my darling. I don't trust anyone in the facility. There's something wrong about them, but everyone else thinks me stubborn old man. Maybe now Irina too. But I know I'm right. I just hope Irina will realise this too soon. 2009. I have not seen Irina in almost a year. Something bad is happening to our home. The people became sick. More things I cannot explain. I know this is all because of that woman. She smells of evil. This was to become Irina's home, but too late now. I leave this town, everything, but this island is my home. I will not leave. No place to go, so I go to sewers. Please, things will get worse, I know it. Irina, be safe. I will find you, I promise. Koshka, you are all your father has left. That is sad. That is a good bit of history right there. And that was in the sewers on the table inside the manager's office. That is basically talks like you know that old man that you first meet in chapter 3 with Moira and Claire with the rifle. What the fuck? Fucking motorbikes again. Yeah, you know that old man with the rifle. That's him. That's who's writing this, and it's his daughter that he lost. Generate a guide. All equipment in the facility, such as the lift and the electronic doors, is powered by placing the generator into its proper location. If the generator goes missing or fails, there is a backup in the storehouse in the back. Using the conveyor belts to move is recommended. It's a pretty intricate system right there. And that's in the quarry, on the table next to the elevator in the east corner of the quarry. Irina's last words. Oh, this is going to be sad. This is going to be really bad. Written in Russian. The bodies continue to pile up here. There's so many. My God, what have we done? That woman, that Alex, she didn't come here to save us. She came here to destroy us. My father was right all along. All she wants is to make monsters and people die. We have been helping her do it all this time. How could we be so stupid? She injected us with something, to Phobos. I don't know what it is, but they start to itch. Then their bodies, they just start to fall apart. Once the blindness sets in, that's the final stage. It's just a matter of time for me too. Oh Papa, I wish you was here. I wish I could see you again. The island is done for. There's nothing left but death. I don't know how much time I have left, but it can't be long. My legs already feel funny. Itching started, no focus, pain in my joints. God help, Papa. That is fucking sad, that is. Oh, no. That's in the quarry on the table inside the builder adjacent to the building that contains the generator. Notes on the corpse disposal. 8th of February 2010. We have had a lot of bodies to take care of today, more than usual. These T-Phobos trials, she can burn through. These T-Phobos trials sure can burn through the available subjects. We used up 30 bodies in just 3 days. The only things to do is to keep bagging and dumping them into the pit. Well, what if that pit fills up? I mean, I know they got to burn them, but seriously. And that was on the top of the quarry after riding the elevator and taking the platforms to the top, located on the container on the east side. Damn. Okay, chapter 4, episode 4, Neil's report. I just want to check my recording. Yep, that's fine. So Neil's report, and this is Claire's files, by the way. Stuart. It looks like the most suitable vessel is going to be that little girl after all. The other candidates had potential, but that girl is entirely in a different class. She is incapable of feeling fear. That's not surprising when you consider all that she's been gone through, getting caught up in that Terra Grigia panic at such a young age, having everyone she knew be killed, losing their parents right in front of her eyes. After experiencing them kind of horrors, what is left there to be afraid of? The only problem is her age, but that's a problem that the time will take care of for us. She is a perfect candidate for your purposes. That's real, man. Again, that does connect this game to Revelations 1 with Terra Grigia. And that was on the monument in Alex's room on one of the tables. As things like Claire's section of episode 4 is like 10 minutes. It's not long at all. But Barry has got the longest time in this one. Notes on the transfer procedure. The transfer will take place soon, and success is high. Spencer, you poor pathetic old man. You spent your final years desperately searching for the secrets of immortality, and you died while your research was still incomplete. But I have been continuing that research. Le body will age. This is a inconceivable fact, but we cannot escape our death by transferring our minds into another vessel. All of my efforts has been invested into developing and refining this system. I've had a few successes, but I still have much more to do before I can consider my work to be complete. As of now, I can confirm the following. 1. The new vessel must be mentally strong and able to overcome any emotions of fear. 2. After the transfer, it will take 6 months before the transferred mind can be stabilized. During this time, the vessel should be protected at all costs. Time is at the essence. I must work quickly. There's things that the time frame between Claire's and Barry's scenarios is 6 months. It basically explains it. And that is in Alex's room on top of one of the tables. Thoughts on Kathia? I have a love-hate relationship with this story. Perhaps I can relate to it more closely than I'd like to admit. One morning, Gregor awakens to find himself transformed into a hideous insect-like creature. His family is bewildered at first, but they do try to take care of him. Eventually, he becomes too much of a burden to them. Nothing more than an ugly monster, a nuisance to the family. When Gregor learns of this, he retreats to his solitary death. Up until his transformation, Gregor has been supporting the family. Now that he was no longer useful, he was a burden to them. They were relieved when he died. Fucking hell. I too have been bred to serve a purpose. Once the purpose accomplished, I too would have been cast aside. But I refused to shrivel up and die in solitude. I refused to let myself become a hideous monster. You would have felt the same way too, Albert. Well, just look what Alex turned into. And that was in Alex's room again, on the left hand side behind the tables. Yeah, she's got a lot of files in her room. Crane's Operations Report 1. Last month's operations report. Quota met 80%. Falling deaths 4. Very dangerous then. Accidents during work hours, lower worker productivity, and reduce the monthly quota. Work safely and take care not to fall. This is Barry's one there. Like I said, it's like mostly Barry's stuff on this chapter. Landfill. On top of the crane, you ascend to get access to the landfill. Crane Operations Report 2. Operations 2-week progress report. Quota met 55% on scheduled. Falling deaths 1. Oh good, they lowered the death rate. Cause of death: while the victim was working on top of the crane, another worker on the bottom moved it, causing him to fall to his death. Jesus. Currently there are no problems with worker productivity or quota status. Please take extra care when working on the top of the crane. Keep your eyes open then. And that was on the top of the crane you ascend. Yep, there's a couple of files on the crane. The sluice operator's last words, written in Russian. The virus has breached the facility containment measures. Men were driven mad by it, and the women, they suffer horribly before dying. Honestly, I don't know which is worse. The madmen lash out in a senseless rage and attack without privation. I've survived so far by shooting them on sight or hiding, but these men, they used to be my friends. Funny, out of all the places I could have ended up fitting, I'd end up back here. I worked alongside this crane for the past 30 years. This place has been my life. I guess it is more of a home than my home was. I've always been a workaholic. And my family paid the price for that. I was never around them as much as I should have been. Well, this is where I'd make my last stand. I've still got a few bullets left, but nowhere else to run. If there is an afterlife, I hope my family will give me another chance there. And that is in one of the platforms near the end of the large crane, next to the dead body. God damn. Poisonous gas warning. Poisonous gas has been emitted from the nearby fault lines. Brief exposure poses no health risk, but prolonged exposure leads to difficulty breathing and eventually loss of consciousness, potentially followed by death. Take precautions and be mindful of your exposure time while working. Take a gas mask. And that is in the mines on the table in the south side of the tunnel when you get to the elevator. Mine worker scribbled note. The poison gas continues to leak, causing it to spread out and become more concentrated. It is impossible to access the underground facility without turning on the ventilation system. Since the ventilation system uses up a lot of power, we only had to turn it on when needed. We have just reopened the mines, but they're not going to stay open for long at this rate. If we lose this place, then the island has been done for. and that was in the mines on the blue barrels next to the workbench. Mine Worker's Diary 1, written in Russian, February 11th. I'm finally gonna have the chance to work for our benefactor down in the mining facility. Gotta be rolling in the big bucks now. I have no idea until they hired me, but apparently they're making pharmaceutical products down here on the lower levels. Yeah, mine drugs. You gotta have a permit to even go down there, and the security seems pretty tight. It must be pretty important stuff going on down there. Oh, that's like the underground mansion what they have down there, isn't it? March 24th. She's got her own staff working in the research facility, but there are also some of us islanders working for her as well. Everyone who works directly under her gets a nice fat paycheck. The money, the status, who wouldn't want that? But lately, they've been trying to bring a lot of new people in. They're not particularly smart or useful, but they just need people by the dozens. I've seen a lot of people go in, but no one comes out. Test subjects. I guess there must be another exit somewhere down there, right? Nope, and there's only like one exit, and that's through the entrance. And that was in the mines, in the section when you go down to find power to the elevator. Yes, okay. Mine Worker Diary 2. April 2nd. Sometimes the researchers carry these boxes into the back rooms. I accidentally caught a glimpse inside one. It looked human, or like it used to be. But that's crazy. I mean, that's crazy, right? No. My imagination is just running wild. You can't do that kind of thing. Still, it makes the mind think things. I can't help but be a little worried for my family now. April 15th. So my imagination got the best of me. I had to know. I had to know what is inside one of those boxes. God damn it! Be careful what you wish for. It was human bodies, our bodies, the bodies of our fellow islanders, all chopped up into pieces. Research. This is nothing more than a sick, twisted murder. These boxes, they have been coming through every day. To think that every time, that woman, we trusted her. We thought she was helping us, but instead she's just using us. April 25th. I thought maybe I overreacted a bit. I thought I'd give her a chance to explain. I asked her to meet with me, but she ignored my request. So it's come to this. I was forced the truth out of her. Just apply a little pressure, and she'll cop to what's going on in here. I've been working hard all my life, and she's a thin little woman. I can easily overpower her easily. I just don't like the idea, but something must be done, and I'm all out of options. Someone needs to stand up and do what's right. Maybe, might as well be me. I am coming for you, Wesker. Alex, you're gonna regret the day you've messed with us. Jesus fucking hell. In the section you go to restore power to the ventilation system in the room in the west corner of the room. God damn, boy. Specimen transfer log. Specimen request for cultivation plant. Quantity 70 human. Location industrial zone. Residence in block 1721. And that was in the underground research facility entrance. So yeah, this is where you go into the research facility now. Research Facility Chief's Journal 1. Developing the Teeth Hobos virus turned out to be my lucky break. The other researchers didn't see any merit in it. A virus that triggers upon the subject feeling fear, reacts to whatever that is. That's useless, they said. Fortunately for me, Alex didn't think so. After reading these reports on the virus, she'd become very interested in its unique properties and made me the head researcher team. As we neared its completion, she then made me the chief researcher. Alex appreciates my genius. It's an honour to have worked for her. And that was in the research facility mansion on the coffee table in the living room. Researcher's journal. Starting today, we began research on the effects of the Ouroboros virus when used with the corpses. Every day we receive a great number of the corpses are delivered to our doorstep. Stuart certainly does work hard to ensure that we never have a shortage of research materials. We started right off the bat injecting the virus into a corpse. The corpse become reanimated like some sort of marionette, and an aggressive marionette to be sure. It attacked everyone that it came into contact with. This line of research is starting to look more and more like bioweapon development. Yeah, no fucking shit. Shouldn't play God. That's in the lower level of the mansion on the crate. Requires you to get the security card level 2. Did we? Yeah. Okay. So report on the Ouroboros virus. Again, it links it back to Resident Evil 5 as well, which is good. 1. The Ouroboros virus takes root in organic material. If injected into a corpse, it will create a core and reorganize the organic materials around that core, thereby reanimating the corpse. The core serves as a control center of organic growth. Destroying the core will negate the reanimation process. Its ability to propagate the organic matter is extremely high. Were a sample ever breach the confines of this facility, the island would turn into a graveyard. Security measures must be enforced to the strictest degree, and that is in the lower level on the control desks of the control room, and that may contain the it's basically in the test tube room. Easy to find. That was that one, wasn't it? Yes. Specimen disposal log. A corpse of a researcher who was killed by the test subject was sent to the morgue in the back of the observation room. The body has been sterilized. The personal artifacts such as keys has also been sterilized up and being kept in the morgue. And that's on the lower level on a crate. It requires the emblem key to get to it. So that's how you get another key to get further into the mansion. Researcher's memo. The security for cultivation plant has been set to level 2, owing to the chief's death, an incident while conducting experiments. I've heard this new security cards will be given out from the chief's room. I only overheard this, so I guess I'm not getting one. Maybe that's for the best. These cultivation experiments with the Ouroboros virus seems pretty dangerous. And that's on the table in the northwest room of the area that you use the security card 1 to unlock. Research Facility Chief's Journal 2. Today Stuart came through and delivered the sample we have been waiting for. The Ouroboros virus. We finished work on the T-Phobos, so we'll be working on the Ouroboros virus from now on. The underground level of the facility is being converted specially for this purpose. I'm so thrilled to continue working under Vesca's brilliance, or Alex's brilliance. And that's on the bench in the room you unlock with the emblem key in the northern ring of the mansion. Hatred of Natalia. I survived. My escape wasn't death. I have no one to blame but myself. When I pulled the trigger, in that instance, I thought of vanishing from this world. Me of all the people, I came to feel fear. How ironic. The viruses inside of me, rotting away my body to the point of death, saved me from death. I have become ugly, hideous. I can't stand the sight of myself. This isn't me, this ugly creature. This is like Kathia again, that book that she was talking about. But soon another me will awaken, the vessel I transferred myself into. I can't allow it. I forbid it. She is the ugly one, yet she looks at me and laughs on how hideous I am. Why have I become so hideous? I am me, but I am not. I have awakened myself, but when will she awaken as me? Both are true. No, there can only be the true me, and that is me. She will never be me. She is false. She is a farce. That is why she cannot be allowed to persist. She must be eliminated. I am me. Only I am true. I'll use the abomination, Albert's final legacy. I'll smother this insufferable island with Ouroboros. She will be eviscerated. She will come to no fear. You will feel the icy embrace of death from Natalia. And then you die, false one. I will awaken in your body and I will become the true me. Natalia, you must die. And that was in the underground research facility in the crypt. On the ground in front of the stone Lottie has been nailed to. Yeah. And that's the thing, because it's like, technically Natalia is Wesker now. I actually went through in the cliffhanger ending scene, which was the true scene. So that's why people are saying Resident Evil 9 is Natalia or Alex Wesker still in it. We do not know. Hopefully she is, because it'll be good to learn about. But anyway, that's been it for Revelations 2 Files. The next one will be Resident Evil 6 on Thursday, because that has got 4 scenarios in it, and that's a lot of files, so I'm just going to read Leon's files on Thursday. Tomorrow I'll be having a review out. I've already recorded it on TikTok, so I'm going to put a one onto YouTube as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.